Hey, I'm Tim Harms.
I'm Samantha Harms.
Oh, I'm 25. I guess wannabe farmer, but I'm actually a roofer. I don't like heights, so that's a little bit ironic. Did you know that about me?
No.
Yeah, I don't like heights.
Okay. Let's see. I'm 22, and I am a registered nurse.
And a COVID tester.
Well, that's what I was wondering if I couldn't say. Am I supposed to say that?
I always tell people.
Okay, well.
I'm proud of it.
Do you want me to? Is that something?
Well, we already got it. Like, that's perfect. That interaction right there, that's perfect. Am I allowed to say this? That's perfect. Tim being like, I'm proud of that. That's very good. I'd be good with that. That's good with me.
Yeah. We got married 2 years ago.
2018, right?
Yes, in 2018. The end of summer in 2019, we found out we were expecting. It wasn't all the way planned or anything, but a good surprise.
Yeah, good surprise. Big surprise.
Yeah. About 12 weeks in, we had our first ultrasound. And shortly after that, we got a call from the doctor, which usually doesn't happen, I guess. And he had some news for us.
So the doctor told us there was a buildup of fluid on the back of the baby's spine.
So what that could mean, there's a lot of different things that could mean. One of them being a diagnosis of trisomy 18, which ended up being our case. So trisomy 18 is a genetic condition or abnormality, I guess. So the 18th chromosome, instead of the 18th chromosome doubling, it triples for. There's some actual reasons for it, but in our case, they didn't really give us a reason, like for sure. It was kind of I don't know how that happened.
It's like a 1 in 3,000 chance or something.
Yeah, it was a pretty crazy chance for that to happen. So it's crazy to hear. So.
But nothing was it wasn't confirmed for a while. There's months and months went by where it could end up everything would be okay, but.
We had the chance to do some even more tests, which would show like a 100% diagnosis. We chose to not do them just because it wouldn't really change how we proceeded with the pregnancy, I guess.
Like, we were so excited when we found out that we were pregnant, or Sam was pregnant. Like, it was such a happy moment, and then when we got that call, like there was still a chance that everything would be okay, but it started to go down. And as the due date came closer, which was May 2nd, no, 14th? Right, yeah. Okay, as it came closer, it became more apparent that we were told that if she is born alive, that she would only have a few days to live with her condition. But unfortunately, she didn't make it to birth.
There was a lot of different decisions that we were supposed to be making if she was going to be born alive. There was, all kinds of decisions that you never think that you have to even think about.
Yeah.
So one of the appointments that I went to, we had the quick ultrasound first, and then usually a doctor's appointment. My doctor did the ultrasound himself this time, and they were always measuring the fluid levels. They were a bit higher just because of the whole trisomy 18. It's just how those kind of pregnancies work, I guess. And I could tell right away on his face that something wasn't quite right. And I could kind of see the screen too. And so there was no movement. He said he couldn't find a heartbeat anymore.
Yeah, and then I got the call from Sam, and I wasn't too far away, but
They still didn't let him in.
yeah. And I could hear it in your voice when you called me that something wasn't... It wasn't a good phone call.
And we had to go and tell our families that they couldn't find a heartbeat anymore. Once we decided an induction date, which was the next day, we waited for the phone call, had some time to, I guess,
Process.
spend together.
Yeah.
So when we got the phone call, we went to the hospital. They started the induction process. We had really good nurses and everything, so that was a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
So 9 hours later, we very quickly got to see our baby.
Yeah, and we got to hold her and be with her until into the morning.
Mm-hmm. She's very small, only 4 pounds.
So
Yeah.
during this whole process, when we started to find out the condition that she had and what this was all going to be, we were trying to come up with a name that would be meaningful and also one that we liked. And we decided upon Miriam.
Miriam Grace Harms. So. One of the baby books we read was, the definition was beloved child or wished for child, sought after.
So we talked to the funeral home and they were very nice to us.
It's not something that we really knew how to do.
Not anything that we knew how to do.
Yeah.
But we had a nice little plot beside Sam's parents.
Mm-hmm. There was already a cemetery beside my parents' farm, so we got to choose to bury her right close to where we live, right close to home. But we had a small little funeral just with our individual families. Pastor Albert.
Officiated, just like he officiated our wedding.
Mm-hmm.
So, after the funeral, of course we grieved. And it was tough because with COVID we couldn't really see many people.
Mm-hmm.
We couldn't have gatherings or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But even when we're going through that, one of the instincts is to push people away, I think. And that was a little bit easier due to COVID. Which I don't think is a good thing. I think we need support.
Which we had lots of support, a lot of family and friends. We had so many meals and
Everybody said they were praying for us.
And,
That was nice.
Mm-hmm.
All the flowers.
Mm-hmm. Lots.
So we're expecting.
Again.
Yep.
We're both really excited again. So far, so good.
23 weeks?
Yes.
22.
Yeah, 23 weeks now.
Oh, heck
you're
yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna do a gender reveal.
So,
It's gonna be a surprise.
but yeah, everything is looking good. Baby's looking healthy. We're incredibly thankful for that.
Oh yeah. And excited
Oh yeah.
and nervous.
Yeah.
I think with our previous pregnancy, with all the ultrasounds that we went through and everything.
Yeah, it's a different experience this time, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
But it's a good one.
And I think if anybody goes through what we went through or something similar, pray lots and find support in family and friends. And talk about it. That it was hard for us to talk about it, but after we did it, it helped.
Yeah, and that's something Pastor Albert kind of said to us too, was to keep on communicating with each other, which, well, because of that, we really tried, and I think that helped us a lot afterwards and everything, so.
I think that's our story.
2020 was a really hard year. 2021 seems like it's going to be just as hard. So this Sunday, we hope you can join us as we have a conversation about how we get through loss and grief together as a community and come through on the other side. We hope you can join us.